What's up, everybody? What's up? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing great. We took a break for the month of July, but now we are back. And we thank everyone who supported us, who took time to help us, to share our show, to share our programs, to watch the repeat, to watch everything we do, and reach out to give us some ideas and to improve and make it better. And we hope this platform is transforming and is for the best. We also want to say thank you to the Ecamm Live family. Ecamm is a software that we use to produce this show. I mean, it's more than a software, it's a community of like minded individuals coming together to accomplish a common goal. After this program, we'll add a link for Ecamm so you can have an opportunity if you want to try it out, if you want to produce a show like our show, you can use Ecamm as well, and you'll be able to produce a show like our show. Uh, we hope everybody's doing good. Today, we have with us Mr. Brown. He has a master in education and he is a music and band director. He's been serving in the Army since 1993. He retired now, I'm sure. But what he loves doing the most is helping veterans suffer from PTSD. And our show tonight is about PTSD. Okay, so it's helping veterans suffer with PTSD on how to basically use different business strategy on a daily basis. So I'm not gonna take a lot of time and try to explain this and that. He's the subject matter expert. Let's introduce him to the audience and see how's he doing back there. Mr. Brown, how you doing, sir?
Oh, Johnny E., I'm doing great, man. I take much delight in joining you this evening, and thank you so much for having me. I
I
appreciate it.
appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for taking the time to come and sit down with us and share your knowledge with us and let us know what is going on with PTSD, not only in our community, but in every community, and how we can deal with it on a daily basis. Can you please introduce yourself to the audience? Give them a little background about you, who you are, what you do, and we get down to everything after that.
That would be great. Thank you so much. Um, I have served in the military. Actually, I served 33 years.
Wow.
Most of my time was in the Army Reserve. I did do active duty for Desert Storm. And during that time, I served in many capacities. I served as a detachment commander. I was a band master for two tenures. Um, I was a personnel service officer, so I commanded the 4-way personnel service company. And then I recommended that they make it a battalion, and I ended up as a battalion commander
Nice.
and as a lieutenant colonel. And from there, I was promoted to colonel. Before that, though, I was an inspector general.
Hmm.
I was the deputy chief of staff for operations, making sure that all the 77th ARCOMS units were ready for war. And I worked with the 301st Area Support Group, then the 353rd Civil Affairs, and as my two jobs as the principal of a high school and being a military colonel started to conflict with each other, I retired so I could spend my full time helping the kids in the public school system.
Wow. 33
So,
years, man. That's a lot of
yeah,
time.
yeah. Listen, I will admit to you, I enjoyed every moment of it because the things I learned in the military certainly helped me in my civilian job as a high school principal.
Man, that's a blessing because I did 20 and I
Hmm.
enjoy every single minute of it. I know when it was time, but
Yeah,
man, I commend you for staying for 33. And then after
yeah.
that, you went and teach the in the public school system. How was that?
Well, when you're a teacher, and you really working with kids, with students,
Yes.
that's just so rewarding and so fulfilling to teach them and see the look on their faces when they learn a new skill or they gain a concept and they're able to do something. And there's such a sense of accomplishment for them. But when you teach, Johnny, and I'm sure you know this from being in the Navy, that when you teach, you learn more from those you're teaching, then they learn from you, and they don't
True,
even know it, but
true.
they are teaching you so much as you watch them grow and learn. So that's teaching was great, and I actually taught for 23 years before I even moved into administration. I had to do
Mhm.
career, the Army Reserve, and the civilian job because I didn't want to stop being a band director. I had so much fun, you know. Every time they asked me, I said, "No, I think I'll stay right here with the kids." So
Wow,
eventually, I moved into administration and went right on up to high school principal.
nice. That's very good. And then now you're dedicating your time to help the veterans community to deal with PTSD. So how did you choose that field, and what brought you to that area to say, okay, let's focus on the veterans community and help not just only veterans but everybody how to deal with PTSD in their life?
Well, that's a great question, Johnny, because once I retired, I was in New Jersey. I left New Jersey and moved to Georgia, and looking for something to do. I started working from home, and when you start a new career, you certainly need to learn some new skills.
Hmm.
So I ended up with a coach, and my coach helped me figure out where I would best serve, humankind, where I would
Hmm.
best serve people.
Yeah.
And she knew that I was a musician. I'm still a musician, an educator, and I was in the military. And we came up with the working with the military because I wanted to help people with PTSD,
Hmm.
help the people in the military, become successful. So I trained and became a business strategist, helping entrepreneurs who struggle with PTSD,
Hmm.
who want to leave a legacy of success for themselves and their families. So I wrote an ebook that has these strategies in it that will help veterans and with PTSD, and will help anybody really with PTSD if they're really interested in
Hmm.
using some strategies to build their business working from home, or it'll even help you in the civilian world on your business. So that's how I ended up here, and I think it would definitely think it was the right decision.
No, I mean it is because um, numerous times people think it's only the veterans community dealing with PTSD, but that's not true. Because if I'm wrong, correct me. You can have PTSD from anything. It doesn't have only be from war or anything at all. It could be from anything. Am I right?
You're absolutely right. And my coach actually told me, she said she has PTSD because of an accident, an automobile accident. She
Hmm.
said, listen, don't ask me to drive at night because I'm still dealing with that trauma. And the thing about trauma is that it could come upon you at any time. It could be long term. You might not have any immediate effect from the trauma, but a year or so later, you could be in a situation that will bring that memory back. So, and we talk about PTSD being a situation of the present, not of the past, but it's your past that causes you problems in the present. So yeah, it could be some. It could be from a marital relationship. It could be from sex abuse. Any type of trauma in your life could cause you to have post traumatic stress disorder. And
Okay.
I just might add that I dealt with a man
Hmm.
who's in one of the veterans groups who wasn't in the military, but I reached out to him. We started a dialogue, Johnny, and he had some issues in his life, and what he said was, um, you know, the issues that I have with my spouse has caused me PTSD, and I'm catching hell getting over it. And so I shared with him some of the strategies in this ebook that I've written, and I'll talk about that a little bit more.
Hmm.
Now I'm not a therapist, but just from the strategies that are in the book and how it helped him as we talked and things went along, he started crying and he said, "Man, I know you're not a therapist or a doctor or a
Hmm.
psychiatrist, but you're really, really helping me. I feel so much better." And he went and got him a job and started doing the things that he likes to do. Now, it's not a cure-all, the ebook, but
Hmm.
it certainly has some strategies in there, and it really helped this young man. So, yes, you can really help.
Good, good. I want to say hi to Carlos, who's under the live. Franz, how you doing, my friend? And also Albert Antoine, who said, good job. We put a comment in here. We appreciate it. If you comment under the
Yes, we
live,
do.
please feel free to comment. Feel free to ask questions. feel free to. I mean, we don't get a subject matter expert often, so this program always get them, So feel free to ask them question and pick the brand and find out, all of the good stuff. By your questions, we'll be able to come with a lot of solutions. I don't want to go too deep to the ebook yet. Can you go? I want to break it down to the basic for somebody who just watching, who don't even know what is PTSD. Can you break it down for us and tell us, okay, what is PTSD and what is that? What are the two gentlemen right here talking about?
Yeah, so actually, PTSD is a reaction from something or some trauma that happened in the past. And we talk about people in the military um, who are known most commonly to have PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
As we mentioned earlier, um, that trauma becomes a part of your life. You can actually get PTSD, and it could come upon you at any time. And there are things that trigger the PTSD that make you think about the traumatic action that happened to you in the past. And so that's what this PTSD is all about. It's something from the past that affects you in your present. And there are certain things that these triggers that would trigger your PTSD. I mean, it could be a smell, it could be a sound, it could be children making a lot of noise, it could be an argument with your spouse. It could be you could be out in the dark, you could be in the mall around a lot of people, and these things will trigger that trauma that you experienced in the past. And that's what this PTSD is, and that's what it really is all about. It is not a condition of the past, it's a
Mm-hmm.
condition of the present. The past is trying to move into your present. And what we do is we give you strategies and techniques to deal with that in the present.
Okay. So since we're talking in the present, so let's talk about what is the best way to deal with the condition as such as PTSD. Okay.
Well,
And I know in any capacity, serving I have PTSD and mine is
mm-hmm,
different than somebody else, and I have to deal and how to deal with it, you know.
mm-hmm,
But can you, because I'm very interested in the strategies, because I don't know your strategies, and
mm-hmm.
I did not go and read the ebook on purpose because I want to hear it from your mouth, and understand it. Then I can go deep in the ebooks and try to see what's going on. So
Yeah,
how
well, mm-hmm. Go
how
ahead.
do you deal with the condition?
Now, the thing here is that, first of all, you need to know what it is you're dealing with. I mean, it's like anything else. I mean, if you want to learn how to drive a car, you know,
Yeah.
you got to learn some rules of the road. You got to learn the mechanism, the car itself. So you really need to understand and have a definition of what PTSD is,
Hmm.
and then once you do that, then you need to learn how what triggers it, what causes you to have a reaction to the trauma or from the thing that happened in your past. Then you need to know how to use some techniques. There's one that I have. It's called the progressive muscle relaxation exercise. You find that in chapter 3 in the ebook,
Hmm.
and it's simple. A simple way of relaxing your muscles. There's a drop 3 exercise where you drop your jaw, you
Hmm.
drop your shoulders, you drop your stomach, and you just relax and you
Hmm.
begin to feel better. One of the best things that you can do is learn some breathing exercises that just help you like right away when you start to breathe, and you need to know how to breathe. And I have a safe place exercise that you can use that will take you out of that trauma mindset
Hmm.
that will cause you to relax. So you need to learn how what PTSD is and how to identify the triggers and know what triggers you. And you want to get yourself to a point where you don't avoid these things. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You don't want to start avoiding it because you end up you may stay home rather than going out to the mall or going to the movies. or staying away from children making a lot of noise. You need to learn strategies and techniques as to how to deal with those things. And that's what I have put in this ebook
Okay.
for people to use.
How many strategy you have in the book?
There are 10 strategies in this ebook.
Okay. Can you
And
can you share at least three or four of the most common one with us?
yeah, well, this is a copy of the ebook. The ebook is actually free. There's no charge for this ebook, and anybody can get a copy. If you just let me know you want a copy, I can send it to you very easily. They can drop a note here, Johnny, however you
Yes.
want to do it.
Yeah, we'll
But yeah,
add we'll add a link because I know you got a group, right? A business
yes,
strategy group. We'll add that link.
business success strategies for those with PTSD.
Okay.
Now,
We'll
and
add
if
that
you're
link
dealing
as
with
well.
PT, yeah, okay. So if you're dealing with PTSD, you know how difficult life can be. So I've identified these 10 strategies for those with PTSD, and they will help make your life better. And what we look to do is we look for your success. We call it post traumatic growth. We want to see you grow from where you are now with your PTSD to where you are after you go through these strategies. So, briefly, chapter one will introduce you to strategies and identify triggers and safety and avoidance behaviors. Chapter two will show you what works and what doesn't work.
Mhm.
Chapter three, we just talked about that with the exercises, and I know you said
Mhm.
two or three, but
Yeah.
I'm just going to go down the line. Chapter
Okay.
four, you learn mental and physical grounding skills and utilization of the positive imagery exercise. Chapter five will introduce you to emotional numbing. Chapter six introduces you to the passive aggressive and assertive strategy. Chapter 7 covers acceptance information. Chapter 8 addresses PTSD, the PTSD triangle, and strategies for identifying common thinking errors and recovery thinking. Chapter 9 introduces strategies to identify relapse, resiliency, and recovery, those three R's. And finally, chapter 10 helps you to outline an action plan to maintain post traumatic growth and a strategy to identify a relapse and how to address it if you find yourself falling back into the PTSD mode and letting those triggers get you
Mhm.
upset you. So that's what this ebook will do. And on the 23rd, Johnny and I, we talked about this earlier. I'm going to run a series of classes for 5 consecutive days,
Okay.
and each class for those 5 days will address one chapter in the book. And I'm going to teach the skills, the strategies specific to that chapter. And then after those 5 days, I'll talk about how you can get access to
Yes,
the
sir.
other 5 classes that I will do as well. They will be
Okay.
available as well. But I'm going to do 5 lives 5 consecutive days, starting on Monday the 23rd, and then we'll go right on through that Friday, 5 classes.
Okay. And that will be on your Facebook page. You'll be doing it, right?
That will be on my Facebook page. That is
Okay. Yeah.
absolutely correct.
Because I think I like the page. So as soon as I see it, I definitely will share it with the audience as well, so they can get a chance to listen and see um, how they can use the strategies at their advantage. I'm really interested in strategy number 9. Can you break down number 9 for me? Because I think
Well, well,
some people might be interested about it as well.
well. Basically, with chapter 9, when you talk about relapse,
Mhm.
after you work on these strategies and you kind of learn how to deal with the triggers and the numbing and the avoidance, you can fall back into the mode of letting that trauma resurface in your life. And so when you have a relapse, there's a strategy there that will help you to do it to get back
Mhm.
into post traumatic growth. So that's really what that's all about. And then you want to be resilient. You want to get yourself to a point where you don't let these things pull you back.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
and listen, let's face it. We can move forward, and sometimes something might move us back.
Mhm.
But your resiliency is going to bring you out of that relapse to keep you from going back. and then we talk about recovery, and that will all be addressed in the
So,
class, Johnny. So,
man, I'm trying to get an exclusive over here.
well, I tell you what, what I will do, I'm gonna make this promise to you.
Mhm,
When I do the next five after the first five
mhm.
classes, I'm going to offer that one up to everybody as soon as it's done,
Mhm.
and you can actually get access to these classes through my business success strategies for those with PTSD Facebook group.
Okay.
So every class will be recorded,
Mhm.
and they will have access to the classes whenever they want.
Yeah.
They can download them and have them if they want.
Mhm.
I'm going to have them on YouTube as well, so those classes
Nice.
will be available all the time once I do the initial presentation.
Yeah. And you say you keeping, are you gonna keep those class free of charge for everybody as well?
The first five
The
classes,
first five.
yes,
Okay. So the
yes,
first five is
absolutely.
free of charge. The next five, that's the one who might have a small fee on
That's correct.
it. Okay.
That
Okay.
is correct.
That's good. That's good, man. I really appreciate that, man, because you know it's not easy to have guests come into a show and talk about what they do and take the time and explain and give us the information. I mean, you took the time to come out and tell us all of the good stuff and how to deal with different things. And you didn't have to do so, but you did it. And this is
Oh, I
what,
love it.
yeah,
I
this is
love it.
what's good about our community.
Yeah.
And I remember when I received the message from you, and I said, "Yeah, let's do a live together. I'm interested." And you responded right away, and you were pick up the dates. We were on time. We were able to talk about those different things. Man, this is the beauty about our community. I mean,
And as we talked earlier, I will certainly do one of those five classes at a time that I could be, um, on your program, or
definitely,
you could air it. We could talk about which one of the five that you'd like
yeah.
for me to do here, and I would just love nothing more than to do that class right here
Nice.
on
You
your
guys
on your.
heard it. You heard it. I'm gonna get at least one of the strategies as an exclusive. So,
Yeah,
so be
and
prepared.
what I'm gonna do for you, I'm gonna do number nine. I'm gonna jump ahead.
Here we go. Here we go. I'll
Do
take it.
nine because
I'll take it.
you're interested in the relapse, resiliency, and recovery. So I'm going to
Yeah,
do that one. I'm going to jump ahead. So that's going to be one of the five. I'll make sure that happens.
definitely. Let me say hello to a couple people under the live. We have Greenham in there, Queenie, hi, and Jason. Jason right here is my brother. We served together in
Oh,
Japan. Hey man,
hello.
it's nice to see you. It's nice to see you here. I appreciate the support. So, other than that, what else you do now? Are you concentrating on just doing the strategies for PTSD, or are you engaging in any other business activities that we need to talk about?
Yeah, I'm a network marketer. I will admit, my audience is entrepreneurs who deal with PTSD and want to leave that legacy of success, like I said, for themselves and their families. So I really, I coach them. I help them set up businesses. Um, I show them how to use the strategies in their business.
Hmm.
I teach them the marketing skills, how to talk to people, how to offer people help with their business. You know what I'm saying? Not to spam people, or,
Hmm.
or harass people, but just genuine, having genuine conversations with people and offering them some support that they can build a legacy for themselves and their families. So
Okay.
yeah, I am a network marketer. I have several um, network marketing
Hmm.
companies that I'm working with, and
You can
if
name
any
it.
of
We don't mind.
no, 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 no. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Some of the companies don't like for me to just throw it out there
Jonathan.
like that. So if
Perfect.
somebody wants to know what it is, they can message me in
That's
the,
right.
in my group, or drop
Mhm.
a request here, and I'll be more than happy to share it with them. If they want to really promote their business,
Mhm.
I have. ways that they can really promote their business, using social media and really build. So
Good, good,
I
good,
love
good.
I love to build with people. I'm excited to see what some of us can build together. You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying?
That's right.
So
That's right. That's right.
yeah,
Now,
we can build some great stuff together, Johnny.
do you cover nationwide or a certain state?
Oh no, nationwide, absolutely nationwide, and um, a couple. One in particular is international.
Okay.
So yeah, so we get out the widest dissemination possible to reach out to people and help them.
So even if somebody overseas, they should be able to reach out to you if the business having some issue and how to deal with it, how to make the business successful, and you'll be able to help them with that.
Absolutely, that's exactly what I like to do. Yep, I
Okay.
really would be able to do that. So sure thing.
Um, before we go any further, I would like to go back to the PTSD situation. As you know,
Hmm.
in our community, well, I don't know if the number got bigger. We're losing about 22 of us, due to suicide, right, on a daily basis. And there's a lot of stuff out there where we do some event where we do push up, 22 push up for 22 days. We do a lot of stuff to support one another. What you think, in your opinion, the best strategy to help each other in our community to avoid those 22 lives that we are losing on a daily basis?
Um, I think a couple of the veterans groups that I'm in.
Hmm.
Um, One of the best things that we could do is offer them support. I'm in two PTSD groups, other groups, and the admins are always offering um, to reach out to people, to talk to them, and give them support, and to let them know that there's always somebody there for them to talk to. There's no need to take it on yourself and do it alone. Is to know that there is somebody there that you can talk to, and I believe in my heart, Johnny, that
Hmm.
if we can get people to reach out to us and that we can talk to them. And you don't have to be a therapist or a psychiatrist, a doctor would have you. You could just talk to them from your heart and talk about love and care and concern and what their life means to the rest of us. Because success for any one of us is success for all of us.
True.
So I think that those groups have the right intention. They do the right thing, and they make it very clear to the members that if you're having an issue, reach out to somebody. And I'll say you can reach out to me, because one of the good things, Johnny, about with these social media,
Hmm.
I like Facebook because you can call somebody on Messenger and have an
That's
instant
it.
conversation. You don't have to have their cell phone number, their
Hmm.
home number. You can
Yeah.
you can send them a message, or you can do a Facebook call. You can see the person, or you don't have to show your video, but reach out and just make sure that I would say in my ebook there's certainly the suicide hotline.
Hmm.
I would suggest that if the groups haven't done it, that they post that suicide hotline right up in the front and the top of their page, so that number is always there, that they have somebody to call, and that just might, I think, talking, reaching out to them, reaching out to others, and that hotline, I think we could save a few more lives. If we save one more life,
That's
it's,
it.
it's worth all of the effort.
That's it. And that's what we do in vet stock. I mean, I think the number is in the page. We got people can send us messages. We'll talk. We'll have a coffee. We'll have a drink. Because at the end of the day, we just have to support each other. I mean,
Yeah,
um,
and I just like to say this. One of the things I would like to see happen in some of these groups is that we have some Facebook lives on Zoom or something like that,
yeah.
where we can get together, like get 50 or 60 veterans together and let's talk. And we, Zoom has it. You can put people in rooms, and veterans can talk to each other. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
And share.
I will even offer my platform if you want to. If you're able to organize it, let's do it. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
that's such a great
Let's get
idea.
together and we could share how we deal with certain things in our lives, man. I think that would just be so powerful to get 50, 60 veterans on a Zoom and we talk, have a general meeting, and then break out in the rooms
Yeah,
and let veterans talk and share with each other, and then come back and just close it out, man, and just wish each other well, man. Show the love, share the love. You know
I
what
know.
I'm saying?
I know that'd be good, and that's actually
We
a
can
very
make that happen. We can make that happen.
yeah, that's a very good idea. Actually, I mean, it doesn't have to
Yeah.
be 30, 50. Even if it was 5, 10, it doesn't
If it
matter.
was 5, 10,
You
2 or
know?
3, whatever the
Yeah,
number is, you're absolutely right.
yeah.
Um, Whatever the number is, be nice to just get together, like just like we're talking here.
That's
You
it.
know, sharing
That's it.
ideas and helping each other.
And that's what I like to do, man. I love doing those type of lives. I love reaching out to people. I love talking to veterans and see where they're coming from, and share the knowledge and share the ideas and just have a good time because it's so natural. I mean, I never served
Yeah.
with you, sir. And I mean, talking to you is like we served together somewhere.
Hey, listen. Hey, we kindred spirits, man.
I
It's
know.
the brotherhood here.
Yeah,
That's what this is.
yeah.
And
Eh,
I just love it, and I just thank you for the opportunity to share.
Oh yes, anytime, anytime. And we talk about the marketing business, and we talk about the PTSD, and I'm gonna give you the final words, and I'm gonna put you on the big screen because one of the things I see you do every morning, you do a live on your page where you give maybe affirmation, maybe some words of encouragement, maybe something will come to your head and you say, okay, let me share it with us. So yes, I do watch them and I do listen.
Well, thank
So
you so much. I appreciate it,
yeah, no
Johnny.
problem. So I'm gonna put you in the screen alone, and I'm gonna let you go ahead and and talk to us and give us some words of affirmation for tonight. Like for somebody who might be under this live, who's watching the live, or probably gonna watch the live later on. Okay, so give us a couple words of wisdom, so we can close this the right way.
Yeah, well, not a problem. And you mentioned, um, my posts and my lives um, on Facebook, and I tell you, I take great deal of pride and interest in posting things that will have an impact on people's lives. Um, I don't just throw something out there, um, and I do a lot of study myself. I listened to a gentleman today, and he says that if you want to predict your future,
Hmm,
he said create it. you know,
nice.
so if and that really hit me, and I said, that's something I really want to use. So I'm just going to encourage everyone to really dig deep within themselves, think about where they are and where they want to go, and how they want to get there, and then do the things that you need to do to make it happen in your life. Because I do believe that you can do that. PTSD is treatable. And in this ebook, you will find these interventions that are available that have been shown to markedly reduce or even eliminate the symptoms of PTSD. And this is based on research. It is not a condition that you need to live with forever. So I just ask you to request a copy of this ebook, and then let us show you the symptoms, the triggers, and the treatment, and how you can at least make your life better, even though you might be dealing with PTSD. And what I want to do, Johnny, is as we go through this, I would like to equip and empower veterans to help other veterans with this ebook, help them learn the strategies and how to use them to improve their lives. And let's just pass it on and pass it on and help veterans and any other people or person you might know with PTSD who could use some help. So let's do this. Um, we can predict our future by creating it.
We can predict our
And having
future
said,
by creating it. I love it.
yes,
Thank you,
yes,
sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I look forward for the ebook. I can't wait to read it. I can't wait to share it with our community and to everybody who's willing to get a copy. And we will direct them to your website. For everyone who's watching and everyone who's going to watch this live after, we will put the information as well under the description so you can get an opportunity to request your ebooks, to request the strategies, because at the end of the day you can get all kind of information from all kind of professional, but when you get it from one of us, somebody who can understand, who's been there, done that, and and have an understanding about how we feel and what we're going through, it's just a little more sugar on the tea, which is make it very,
right,
very good,
right.
you know. So, and that's why I appreciate that you take the time, sir, to talk to us about it, to offer us an opportunity to get a copy of it, and to share that knowledge with us. And I hope more people will take opportunity of your ebook and read it and understand it, because at the end of the day, man, it's just another tool in your bag.
That's right. That's right.
So why not? And you're getting the first
Uh,
five of it for free. And listen, if it will help you, by all means, reach out. And it, but you don't know, at least try it. You know,
hmm
it's worth
That's
trying.
right.
You know, it's
hmm
worth trying. So thank you very much, sir. And anything else for us before we go and leave?
No, I just want to say thank you, Johnny, for what you do. I think this is an awesome platform for us to share with veterans and those who do struggle with PTSD. I commend you on this, and I am eternally grateful for this opportunity to come and join you tonight and share the information that I could share. It was my pleasure to be here.
Oh, sir, the pleasure is all mine. Thank you very much. Everybody, have a good night. We appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time to watch. All our friends who was under the live, thank you. For those of you who's gonna watch after, feel free to comment later. Feel free to tell us what you think. We want to hear some words from you, how to improve, how to get better, because with your comments, with your opinions, we're able to change and make it better. We went from
Yes,
nothing to something, and we continue to evolve. And for any veterans who's watching the Vet Talk tonight, this program is open to all veterans. If you want to talk about your business, you want to talk about your success, you want to talk about anything, we are open. We are ready to interview you, talk about your organization, talk about your program. So feel free to come see us and reach out to us at any time. Thank you very much, sir. Have a good night, everybody, and we see you
good night,
next week.
everybody.
Good night.
Okay, all right, looking forward.